2. How we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo, and this is another episode of YoHoops. I go through every NBA game every day. Today's Saturday, April 18th, and we have day 1 of the 2026 NBA playoffs. 8 teams in action tonight. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and let you know what sides I like, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's games. Recapping yesterday, not the day I was looking for, I went 1-1 on the final 2 playing games. I knew the Hornets were in trouble, that's why we took the team total under, but it was tragic to see the Dubs get sent home like that. We know the Suns are the deeper team on paper, but I couldn't fade Steph in a win or go home. Shout out to Phoenix though, they got it done. They'll be moving on to the first round to take on the Thunder. In terms of the actual playoffs, I want to isolate my place to the series because I've been doing this betting thing for a while and it's almost impossible to predict the changes game to game. It's running the same simulation 7 times in a row and trying to figure out what changes on minimal information. I'll break down all the games today, but moving forward, I'm going to isolate these to the series. In our first matchup of the evening, we have the Toronto Raptors in Cleveland taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs are minus 350 on the money line, and the total is 220.5. Man for man, Cleveland obviously has more talent on the floor, but I can't overlook the fact that they were the worst team in the league against the spread. They ended the year with a record of 33-49 ATS. You definitely don't want to be laying extended numbers with them. Looking back, the Raptors won all 3 meetings this season, and they would have covered the reverse line in all 3, won them by more than 8. I am a little concerned that Emmanuel Quickley is listed as questionable with the hamstring strain, but rather than taking a side, I'm looking at a prop. I'm taking Jamal Sheed to go over 4.5 assists. Even if Quickley plays, we have a shot, but if he sits, this is free money. He averaged 5.4 on the season, and recently since Quickley went down, he's showing that he's actually a better facilitator. He won't get you a bunch of points, but he'll set up his bigs, and we know Toronto has plenty. I'ma lock it in as my first selection of the evening. Up next, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves in Denver taking on Denver Nuggets. Nuggets are minus 270 on the money line, and the total is 232. This is a rivalry that goes some years back, and the Wolves do always keep it competitive, but I'm a little concerned with Anthony Edwards' health. He's listed as probable, so he should go, but recently we've seen lighter minutes to the point where he's not scoring more than 20 points. The Nuggets are at full strength. They should be able to get the cover in the Mile High City. Rather than taking a side though, I'm looking at another prop. I'm taking Ayo Dosunmu to go over 10.5 points. Ever since the trade, he's been making waves on the team to the point where he hasn't gone under this line in their last 10 games. He's averaging 15 on the season, and this is the first time we'll see him in the playoffs in 5 years, so the intensity might even be up. I'ma lock it in as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the Atlanta Hawks in New York taking on New York Knicks. Knicks are minus 235 on the money line, and the total is 218. The Knicks did win 2 out of the 3 meetings this season, but they didn't cover this line in any of them. They won 108-105, 128-125, then they lost 111-99. Earlier in the season, I would have given New York the edge, but ever since the trades, I honestly see Atlanta as the way deeper team. They've got guys like Corey Kispert and Kuminga coming off their bench, while the Knicks are always counting on guys like Jalen Brunson and OG. They were exceptional at home this year, but we definitely saw them dropping more games down the stretch. You don't want to lose game 1 at home, so I do see them getting up, but at the same time, the Hawks are the more talented team, and we're getting a nice plus money price. I'm taking the Hawks on the money line as my next selection of the evening. Up next, we have the Houston Rockets in Los Angeles taking on Los Angeles Lakers. Rockets are minus 210 on the money line, and the total is 208.5. At first glance, I was surprised to see the Lakers as this short of underdogs, but it made more sense when I saw the injury report. Of course, the Lake Show is still without Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, but tonight, the Rockets will be without KD. I've mentioned it plenty of times before, but the Rockets' only real scoring threat is Kevin Durant. Without him, I see this as a competitive bout. With this many key injuries, both teams are severely lacking in offense, so rather than taking a side, I'm looking at the total. 2 elite defenses and severely lacking offenses, it easily sets up for an under. The line is set extremely low at 208.5, but I also like that all of the money is on the over. I'm not exaggerating at all. 99% of the money is bet on over 208. It is very possible to go over such a low number in today's NBA, but just know when the under hits, I eat, and they build a new tower at the MGM. I'm taking the Rockets and Lakers under 208.5 as my last and final selection. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'll get more into series breakdowns moving forward, but until then, I appreciate all the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Yo! And until the next one, I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace!